marketing perspective, we all used to be able to say that we needed to worry about this appointment night. What was the appointment night? NBC's appointment night in the 90s, of course, was Thursday night. And Thursday night being the night that you want to advertise your movies on so that people can see them on the weekend and that sort of thing. Is there no more appointment television?
Well, I do think there is when it comes to certainly Breaking Bad's season finale recently was appointment television, and people watched it. That generated an enormous audience, and there was a lot of buzz on social media as people were watching it and tracing everything. There was also, but Breaking Bad's a very interesting situation where that was a appointment television that night, the season finale. But also, let's talk about all the people who spent this summer binging on it so that they could participate in that event.
I did that exact same
which
thing.
Which is really interesting from a behavioral point of view, that people wound up doing both.
Yeah.
So you had appointment television, but you also had this binge viewing going on that preceded it.
That almost feels like the perfect example of what the future of content consumption might be.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But the question I have is, how do networks play in this world? And how do they maintain their relevance? And I still believe you need networks because you need a curator. There is something that's very important about curating content for an audience, and also you need promotion. So networks provide a tremendous amount of promotion. AMC has invested a lot in Breaking Bad to promote it. It was on a channel. Now, obviously, the Netflix deal also helped them a great deal, but people would not have been fully aware of it if it hadn't been for that promotional push that you initially had from AMC. Now, if Netflix itself had developed it as a series like they're doing with House of Cards, they have to go out there and promote it. So you cannot build a content franchise without having somebody out there with a lot of marketing muscle to push it and make people fully aware of it.
The interesting thing there is you're going to talk about how much availability there is for on your platform to actually promote something. So it's easy for an NBC and ABC or CBS to do it because they have such broad ability to have avails to market and promote something on their own air, let alone spend the money to go out and do something on third-party marketing, whether it's outdoor or print or whatever, or even online. But a lot of the networks and a lot of the people now are starting to think, I know this because I've actually dealt with this, that they can do this without large budgets online, as in terms of marketing and promotion. Look, spending a lot of money on doing on-air and doing big outside promotion is not the way to go. We need to do it online. I'm not sure that actually is the way to do it or that works.
I think you have to do both. You can't do one without doing the other. And we can't ignore what social plays in all of this as well, because social media plays a very, very important part in terms of making people aware of things. And if you can get a loyal audience for something, that causes a ripple effect in terms of more people tuning in and wanting to know things. But listen, if something isn't good, you could spend all the money in the world on promoting something and people are just not going to tune in.
Well, clearly one of the things that has to happen is, from the promotion perspective, is getting them into the tent, and the show has to be good enough to keep them in the tent.